It is a time to make sure this week that you are staying grounded and maybe even using your spiritual tools like meditation, intuition development tools that you learned, cord cutting, energy management, things like that.
Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast, where practical spirituality meets real life. Hi, I'm your host, She Tells Story. I'm a psychic medium, grief support counselor, professional astrologer, and a human design reader, and of course, a law of attraction master coach. With my unique blend of spiritual and practical tools, I am here to help you align with your soul-led purpose and ignite a life that sets your soul on fire. In this podcast, we are going to explore the principles of energy, astrology, spirituality, and psychology to help you heal your grief and create an aligned life and business from the inside out. Whether you are looking to deepen your intuition, understand your cosmic design, or transform your business, this podcast is for you. Join me each week for insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will guide you on your journey to living your very best life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at She Tells Story or wherever you listen to this podcast. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast.
Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of October 14th through to the 20th. We start out the week on Monday, October 14th, with a second quarter moon phase in Pisces. So the moon is starting to come almost to full, and we're going to experience a full moon, a super full moon, on Thursday, October 17th. So we're not quite there yet, but on Monday, the moon is filling out, and Pisces is a very spiritual, sensitive, emotional energy. So starting out the week with this is going to give us a little glimpse into the week. It is a time to make sure this week that you are staying grounded and maybe even using your spiritual tools like meditation, intuition development tools that you learned, cord cutting, energy management, things like that. If you don't know what those are, you probably want to check out my Intuition 101 class. So on Monday, October 14th, we have the Sun square to Mars. This is a emotional energy where there's a tension between what we are desiring and our vitality. So the Libra energy of the Sun right now is about kind of being in harmony with others. Where are you giving away your power? You're going to be frustrated with this energy on Monday because you feel like you're doing all the things, you're trying to be emotionally present for everyone, and they are not taking into account the way you feel. So this can be an emotional conflict or frustrations. It's important to manage conflicts carefully and find healthy ways to assert your needs. So really speaking up for how you're feeling, owning, I feel like this when this happens is important on this day. But you are going to find that your forward momentum is blocked on this day, and you might not either be seen, heard, your needs being met, or you're just not able to do what you want to do. Also on this day, Venus in Scorpio is opposite to Uranus. So this is a shakeup in relationships. There can be challenges and disruptions in relationships and in finances. So this aspect encourages flexibility and openness to unexpected shifts. And Venus opposite Uranus can also be sort of genius type of experience. Like you're sort of seeing things in a way that you haven't before. So out of the box sort of thinking with regards to finances, with regards to beauty and aesthetics. Venus is what we love and value, beauty, aesthetics, money. And Uranus is change, upheaval, and disruption, rebelliousness. So there's this feeling now that if something isn't working in your life, something that you value, love, or that you want love from, there's going to be disruption in this part of your life. Financially, if you haven't been using your money wisely, there can be something that comes up now, an unexpected expense as well. This is also foretelling of market volatility. So not a time to make big changes in your investments or shifting big money moves in your life. On Tuesday, October 15th, we have Venus trine to Neptune. So this can make us feel, Neptune is the fog. It's kind of spirituality, compassion. It's very ethereal. So when we have this trine, they're working together. This can be a sort of enhancing romantic and creative energies. This feels very like loving, one love, man. Everything feels good and wonderful. And it can feel very idealistic. It's great for intuitive downloads. It's really great for creative pursuits. Wonderful time to channel it into like writing or painting, musicality. Any of these things that you express yourself is going to be a wonderful outlet for this energy. Where it's not so great is when you're trying to make big decisions about things that you love and value. So if you meet somebody under this guise, it can feel like you don't see them for who they are. So it's rose-colored glasses, right? You think everything is so wonderful and escapism is possible, avoiding realistic expectations, so avoiding realism or avoiding unrealistic expectations now. So really kind of not making any big moves again with regards to relationships, money, beauty, and aesthetic, because it can feel really good with this energy, but disproportionately so. So you're not seeing the situation for what it is. And then Thursday, October 17th, we have a full moon in Aries. And this is a super full moon at the 27th degree of Aries. And it happens at 7:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5:27 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or 4:27 a.m. Pacific Time on the West Coast. And this energy is very interesting. It's forming a grand square. So a grand square means that there's 4 planets that are 90 degrees to each other. And then there's also the 2 sets of planets are opposite each other, 180 degrees. So it is forming a square. And the square is a challenging aspect because it's bringing us ways that we are meant to use the planets, but it's through a bit of a challenging aspect to it. So it's not a bad thing. This can bring about a lot of gifts to us as you learn to use this energy. So the sun is in Libra and the moon is in Aries. And that Aries Libra axis is about understanding who am I and who am I in relationships. So can I not lose myself and my identity when I'm with other people? And can I also be harmonious in relationships when I'm by myself? So it's kind of not being so in your own ego, but not being so much with everyone else and giving all of yourself to be in relationship with other people. So this is that balancing act of the moon. Now, also kind of adding a little spice to this, we have Chiron, which is the wounded healer, traveling with the moon at this time in Aries. So Chiron is where we sort of will experience a wound or a bruise, if you will. But we learn some of our greatest lessons through Chiron in your chart. It's an evolutionary helper. And Chiron in Aries is about where are you not taking control in your life? Where are you not being an authority, following your purpose, passion, and mission? These are all Aries type of energies and themes. So this moon can make you feel that you are not really going in the direction of your heart because you've been giving away your power. You've been trying to come into harmonious relationships and not rock the boat, and you're scared of judgment. So you give away your purpose, passion, mission to make everyone else happy. And I'll say this again, I've said it before, on your last breath in this world, you're not going to be, I've heard no one ever say, I'm so glad I did something for everyone else and nothing for myself. You'll never say that. So where in your life are you giving away your authority to make everyone else happy? Where are you scared of judgment in your life? Because that's going to come up during this super full moon. Now, also adding some spice, on the other axis, we have Mars in Cancer. So Mars is our motivation, our desire, our forward momentum in life, our egoic desires, and it's in Cancer. So Cancer is about nurturing, family, safety, home. So we're craving safety. And on the other side is Pluto in Capricorn. And Capricorn is about the patriarchy. It's about where we take power in the world. It's authority. It is our sort of wisdom and how we live that wisdom into the world to hold space and create structure. It is government policies, and Pluto is death, rebirth, and transformation. So it is breaking up all of these old traditions. It's breaking up who we thought society, was kind of created us to be. It's breaking up the past to create ways for the future as Pluto moves into Aquarius, so which will be in November. So this whole square is really asking you, are you in your purpose and mission, or have you been creating safety for everyone else at the expense of yourself when you've come here to break the paradigms of the past and live in a society where we look out for each other? I mean, I just summarized this time. This is it. That's perfect. That totally feels channeled. So during the super full moon, peaking at 7:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will shine brightly in the sign of Aries, bringing an extra boost of energy and intensity. Aries is known for its courage and its bold qualities. So this full moon is going to highlight areas in your life where you need to be brave and make changes. It's a great time to tackle personal challenges and start fresh with confidence. Expect strong emotions and a push to address any lingering issues or wounds. Use this powerful energy to embrace new beginnings and make meaningful transformations. Now, a full moon is not new beginnings, though, because it's endings. It's releasing what was started at the last full moon in Aries, which is about 6 months ago. So when you look over these 6 months, what are you releasing now that's actually preventing you from owning your authority? Right. That's really, there's going to be a lot of release happening at the end of this year because we're not moving into 2025 with all of this dead weight. I can tell you that right now. I've been channeling that for a little while. Also on this date, Venus moves into Sagittarius. This is a light energy. This is lightening us up from the deep, heavy scorpionic energy that's been in play. So Venus transitions to Sagittarius is going to bring a shift towards adventure, expansive energies, and love and relationship. This is lightness, fun, frivolity, enjoying life, exploration, freedom, and optimism in experience, in interactions. Sagittarius Venus is about experiences and being with people that uplift your heart and soul, bring you visions, bring you sort of an awareness of expansion in your life. Those friends that just fill your joy tanks. This is this Venus energy. This is a great time for fun, for parties, for going on adventures, for travel. So wonderful energy coming in. On Saturday, October 19th, we have the Sun in conjunct to Uranus. Now, in conjunct is a 150-degree angle, meaning there's a need for adjustment between our vitality and the need for us to be in sort of harmonious union with others, and Uranus, which means the rebelliousness, the breaking up of the old and creating new. So the Sun in Cancer faces tension with Uranus retrograde in Taurus, leading to potential disruptions in personal or family matters. This aspect may bring unexpected changes or challenges requiring flexibility and adaptability. So when Uranus is involved, it's always about expecting the unexpected, right? Which you're like, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to expect the unexpected. It means being open and being flexible. So this can be exciting. Like this isn't a negative thing, and nothing is really negative. Everything has its positive and its obstacle in astrology. So this energy is about maybe exciting opportunities come up. You decide to go for brunch and you pass this new place. You're like, hey, we're going to go to this brunch place instead, right? Or we start having an awesome conversation about things and then we disrupt what you've been thinking about or change something that you've been thinking about doing in a better way that up levels it. Right? Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, which is the mind. So this is genius type of energy. So if you're able to work these two planets together, you might actually come out with something ingenious on the other side that you didn't think about. Uranus is always changing things up for the better, right? Not just for the sake of change, not to hurt anybody. This is about bringing to the surface wonderful nuggets of wisdom that have been buried under layers of expectation and projections and programming. So I feel like I should write a post on that. And then Sunday, October 20th, we have the Sun in conjunct to Neptune. This is a great day to stay home and do nothing. This can be a misalignment and a potential for confusion and disillusionment in personal matters. This aspect may bring up issues of requiring clarity and reality versus idealism. So not a good day to make any big decisions. Definitely not a day to have deep conversations with somebody that you're wanting for them to come around to your side of things and understand how you're feeling. There can be a lot of confusion and a miscommunication. So really being aware of how you're talking, who you're talking, and reflecting back through active listening. This is what I heard you say. This is what I'm hearing from you. Does that make sense? Always checking for understanding on the Sunday if you're going to do anything deep. So leaving that with you, this is a really great week to stay spiritually connected to your intuition and to just listen to what is being said versus what you're receiving. Because this can be, I hear things as I am versus how they are. Right. So if you're very optimistic, you can hear it very optimistically versus if you're maybe a pessimist, or I used to call myself a realist, where you're just seeing it as reality, then you could, reality is sort of, this is the facts, black and white, and then perception colors it positive or negative. So this week, notice where you're coloring things, because everything is inherently neutral. And the way that we paint it is really a reflection of us, right? So wishing you a wonderful week ahead of grounded stability, seeing things as they are, and allowing the unexpected to flow in and bring gifts.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Story of Spirit podcast. I hope you have found inspiration, support, and practical insights to help you align with your soul-led purpose and live a life that sets your soul on fire. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us to reach more listeners and continues to provide valuable content. I sincerely appreciate every share, and I know it is how most people find me. It is because caring people like you have shared me with them at the right and perfect time. For more resources, insights, and to connect with our community, please visit us at www.shetellstory.com and follow us on Instagram at shetellstory. Remember, your journey to a more aligned and vibrant life is just the beginning, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay aligned, stay inspired, and keep shining your beautiful light. This is Shetell Story, signing off from the Story of Spirit podcast. Here's the legalese that's required by our lawyers. This podcast and the YouTube channel represents the opinions of Shetell Story and her guests to the show. The content should not be taken as medical, psychological, or financial advice. This series is informational and entertainment purposes only. Because each person is so unique, please consult your healthcare professional, your mental health dream team, your financial advisor, or anyone else that's an expert in the field in where you are thinking of making big choices in your life.